we've got one announcement here, which unfortunately there is no cards to read, but at least some people who are fans of some archetypes are going to be pretty happy about this one. We have a new product announcement in the OCG that is called the Revolution Booster Toon Witchcrafter Unchained, which for now is an OCG product. We don't know 100% if we are going to get this in the TCG the exact same way. However, even if we don't get the same type of product, we are probably getting those cards eventually. So the way this works is Revolution Booster Toon Witchcrafter Unchained is a new kind of concept pack based around building and boosting Toon, Witchcrafter, and Unchained decks, and is currently projected to go on sale May 30th, 2026. Each theme includes 7 brand new cards. That's a lot. That is a lot of new cards. Like, unironically, we've had decks become super meta relevant with way less than that. Like, think about Vanquish Soul. That got 3 new cards with Holy Sue, Start, and the new Exceed monster. And in practice, realistically, it was more like 2 new cards because the Exceed monster is barely even played. And in other cases, there's even like archetypes that got viable with a single new card. So 7 new cards for 3 archetypes is a lot, which combined with the reprinted cards will include the cards you need to build the deck out of the pack. And not only do some of the reprinted cards come in Secret Rare, but also important reprinted cards that are the beating heart of each deck will be included as overframe cards. Now, this is a pretty exciting announcement. I'm not going to lie, even though it's just an OCG product, but this is a phenomenal concept, right? Let me walk you through the concept here. And I mean, the funny thing is that it's like so obviously good that I'm actually surprised it's taking them so long. It has taken them so long to do this. The idea here is you're printing legacy support for an existing archetype, right? You are also including relevant reprints from this archetype in the same product, right? Which makes a lot of sense because one problem when some archetypes get legacy support is that some of the older cards get very expensive because it's been 5, 10, or worst case, even more years since they've been printed. So it's just like a problem for players when they're trying to pick up this new deck or this newly supported deck because some of the old cards are super expensive. And the thing, the reason why I never understood why they don't do this more frequently is that Konami doesn't even benefit from this, right? Because they don't sell the pack from 20 years ago anymore. Like my favorite example of this from recent years is Trident Dragion, right? Like Trident Dragion being so expensive was a huge barrier of entry for people to playing Tenpai. And whether you like Tenpai or not is besides the point, but like Konami didn't sell any more packs because of Trident Dragion, right? Because that said, Raging Battle was like 20 years old almost, not quite, but like a little more than 15 years old, more like it. So all it did was I would argue it probably decreased the interest in Tenpai because people were like, you know, these new Tenpai cards are all relatively cheap. I would love to play this deck, but I don't have Trident Dragion and that's too expensive for me. So I'm going to wait until they eventually reprint it. And I don't know how long it took until they reprinted Trident Dragion, right? They did eventually, I think. I don't remember where it came out, but I think they reprinted it eventually. It would have been way better for everyone if they did that in the same pack, basically, right? So this is a great concept, right? Legacy support and reprints that go in the same deck, in the same product. And 7 new cards is great. And also, once again, huge fan of introducing overframe cards. And also, this gives them a way to print existing cards as overframes, which is great, right? Not only new cards are going to be getting overframes. We already know this. We saw some of the staple cards that get overframes in the over collection. I really, really hope that this is something that's going to continue. And I mean, it hasn't even started yet technically, but I'm really excited that they keep announcing overframe cards for basically every product, right? That is the good news, is that like it's looking like at the moment even core booster sets and side sets are gonna have these like chase cards, which I think is cool. But yeah, the archetypes themselves, I will say the highest potential here pretty obviously is Unchained, of course. I mean, Unchained is a meta deck at the moment. I mean, it's not top tier, but like Fiendsmith Unchained is a pretty viable deck at the moment. Like at minimum, like lower, like, or upper tier 3 or something, you know? Not the greatest deck in the format, but it's also not bad. And it's not that long ago that Unchained was a top tier meta deck. You know, I'm pretty sure. What was the last time it won a YCS in? Was it 2020? Was it 23 that it won YCSs, or was it early 2024? Like around that time. You know, like it's like it's not in the grand scheme of things, not too long ago. Especially if you compare it to Toon and Witchcrafter, which have basically never done anything in the format. But once again, 7 new cards. 7 new cards means that both of these decks could be meta. Or they could also completely suck. That's basically a completely educated guess whether you think 7 new cards is going to help Toon or Witchcrafter be meta. I will say Witchcrafter, I think, has some pretty decent cards. Especially because Witchcrafter also has synergy with Magistus. You know, there's some pretty strong Magistus stuff on the horizon with Spenta. So Witchcrafter probably also has decent chances. And Toon in general, I mean, Toon has some pretty good cards, even if it's never been meta relevant. But like Toon Table of Contents, just non-once per turn, Rhoda for monsters and spells. Yeah, it's not bad. I guess we'll have to wait and see though, because so far we have no idea. We have no idea if this is going to be a TCG product. We have no idea what the cards do, but of course we will be here and analyze these cards as soon as they get announced. But so far, so good. I think it's a pretty sick concept, honestly. I like it. It comes out in 4 months in the OCG, so we might not get these cards announced until like in 3 months or something. I don't know exactly when they're going to reveal them. Toon is still something for anime fans. There's definitely someone happy for Toon support. I mean, if they make cool Toon versions of existing fan favorite cards, like that's what it was back in the day, right? You've got like a Toon Summon Skull, a Toon Blue Eyes White Dragon, a Toon Red Eyes. If they keep doing this, and stop saying Toon Circular and Toon Habakiri, all right? Shut up. Don't say that. Don't give them ideas, all right? We don't need Toon Circular. But like, if they make a cool Toon, I keep saying cool Toon monster, which really sounds like cool Tune, which is, I just confused myself because someone said that. No, imagine they make some interesting and new Toon versions. Even if they're not good, the artwork could go hard as an overframe, you know. Toon Habakiri. Toon Habakiri would go hard. Dude, stop saying no, dude. No, stop right there, guys. Stop. Don't go that way. Don't go there. Don't say Toon Feet Ash. Who said that? Take that back.